Would everyone please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. That felt pretty great. So, I thought really hard about what I wanted to say here tonight, and I started writing a speech about excelling and giving 100%, but then I thought about it. How do you decide what to excel in? How do you delegate that 100%? Many of you right now have a good idea of what you want to do after graduation and after college. A general sense of direction. And maybe you've known where you're going since you were 10 years old. Maybe as a kid, you dreamed about being a doctor or a lawyer or a CEO of some big company without really knowing what any of it really meant. You made your decision and you stayed on course. And it's easy, isn't it? Once you've decided on what you think you want to do, it's a straight line for you. The work is hard, of course, but the choices have already been made. Then you get caught up in this narrow one-way current and you lose sight of everything else to achieve that one goal. So you can make money for a comfortable living, make your parents proud, or impress your peers. And that actually is a problem. We have to take a moment and free ourselves of the pressure from everyone around us. Really think about what you want to do. Not what your parents want you to do. Not what society expects you to do. Not what you think you should do. And definitely not what will make the most money. What do you want to do? And it's completely fine not to know yet. It's scary feeling directionless, which is probably why we're so prone to latch onto anything that seems reasonable. Anything that gives you a sense that you know what you're doing. But this is a time of our lives where we can explore our options. Branch out a little. Find what it is that satisfies or excites you and gives your life meaning instead of just a big paycheck. The thing is that we've been brought up with this idea that in order to be successful, we need to go to a good college, get a good job, buy a nice house, and drive a nice car. I'm not saying there's something wrong with financial security. And let me be clear, being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, these are all valid and admirable choices. But just think about it, and think about it hard. Because I hope that you make your choices for the right reasons. Because it seems a bit of a waste to revolve our lives around purely making money and following somebody else's path to success. Each and every one of us has the capability to define what success is for our own selves. And not only that, but it takes a certain strength to actually be able to follow our own values in the face of what everyone's going to say and do to try to make us change our minds. I, personally, am planning on majoring in mathematics. Many of you, like so many others that I've told, are probably having a difficult time imagining why anyone would want to do such a thing. Math? Really? Is a very common response. And I'm not gonna lie. It began to discourage me a little for a bit. And you know, it was actually really frustrating. Why do we feel this pressure from the people around us to justify doing something that makes us happy? We get caught up in these expectations that society has laid out for us, and we lose sight of ourselves. Don't let this happen. Don't get stuck feeling like you can only live your life this way or that way. There is always an alternative. Recognize that life isn't just black and white, it's an entire spectrum of colors, an endless amount of possibilities and opportunities. Class of 2012, we're about to go off to college, and I urge you all to explore your curiosities, passions, and desires. Don't be afraid of failure, because you can only learn and grow from it. Don't be afraid to waver from whatever path you may have already set up for yourself. Don't settle for something safe and easy. In the end, what's important is not being the best at something, but rather finding what's best for you. Thank you.